Yo, we got Bloomburrow, we got Assassin's Creed, like who cares? We got Dustmore, we got buys, sells, speculates. Let's get right into it.
Welcome to Mad Magic TV with Mono and Jay Thallid, my two favorite sub-bits.
Thallid, what is your one to buy with these coming up, some exciting and some dumb sets?
Well, just because of some of these dumb sets that we got coming out, my one to buy is actually specifically the foil Odyssey version of Druid's Call.
Druid's Call. Whenever an enchanted creature is dealt damage to its controller, put that many 1/1 green squirrel creature tokens into play. So the foils are about $15. Hildebrand art. You know, I'm a big fan. The Hildebrand artwork. Why do you like this one?
I like it a lot because we're talking about an old school foil. If any of you guys know the uncommons on these old school foils, something like Odyssey, there was only 2 uncommons per 36 pack box of a foil. We have Bloomburrow coming out, squirrel cards, so you're going to have casual commander players that are going to be looking for squirrel cards and squirrel related cards to add to their decks. We have some really cool artwork, and just the old school foils are just beautiful, and they're really hard to find in like light play and near mint condition. And this card has some stuff that it can probably go infinite with a ham sandwich. There's a lot of stuff that's going that exists in Magic today that's going to allow this to go infinite.
And I want to say that when we talk about some of the good sets and dumb sets, we were not talking about Bloomburrow. Everyone seems to be excited about the squirrels and the set. It's a standard set. It's something else that's interesting, I think, that factors into some of the financing on this if you're looking at some of these cards. So normally, Thallid does one buy, sell, and spec, but today I'm going to actually talk about another one that I think everybody should buy. And it's been a little bit of a chat. There's been some chatter on this on Reddit and things like this about this card. And in my mind, this is one to buy, and I could be wrong. The Swarm Yard. It's a land, gives you colorless mana, regenerate target insect, rat, spider, or squirrel. So why I say get it. And the idea is, will it be reprinted or not coming up here soon? Do we know everything out of Bloomburrow now? We've seen all the cards. But here's why I think it's not going to get reprinted. And this is my speculation, if I'm wrong. But it is a non-legendary land. So you can play with 4 of these things, which means you're able to, be regenerating 4 cards, and land kill is not something that's used overly long. And because regenerate is a mechanic that basically Magic is kind of trying to retire. They're not really making more regeneration cards. I think that the odds of them wanting to reprint this would go down. Now, regenerate is a big mechanic in Modern anyway. I mean, it just exists, and it does. And if they do reprint this, maybe we could see something reprinted for Modern. But I'm wondering, I don't think people are wondering, with Bloomburrow, will it get the reprint right away? So I think if it's not reprinted, Swarm Yard already being this rare card is one to go ahead and pick up. I think that one could definitely go up in price.
Mono, I think it's a great pick. I don't know if it's already had... it's seen a slight jump in price just because of Bloomburrow, and as has my pick. But it was already printed in a secret layer, so it's less likely to be printed again in another secret layer. So it's definitely going to be a card that if anybody wants to build a casual commander deck or a Chatterfang deck or something like that, this is going to be a card they're going to want. And it's a cool card, and it's correlative with the success of Bloomburrow.
If they reprint it, then I mean, the price will probably stay, roughly about the same or whatever, also, at least for a while because of its demand. But that's why I'm thinking they're not going to reprint it. And we were right. They did not print them in Standard, and they did not print them in Secret Layers. No, they printed these things again in the Commander decks. So, son of a bitch.
A card to speculate on. Also, murder.
Another one to spec on. This is now back to you, Thallid, and this is another land card.
So this is a land card that less people have been focused on because of the creature types, And seems like everyone wants a squirrel in their pants, but nobody talks about animal sanctuary in their pants. On animal sanctuary in their pants. Put a 1/1 counter on target bird, cat, dog, goat, ox, or snake. You're talking about a land that can be used in Commander. This is not going to be a competitive card, unless there could potentially be something there for competitive Commander like CEDH. These other creature types, specifically bird, cat, dog, goat, less so ox. But it's just it's a land that comes into play untapped. It taps for a colorless, so you're not spending very much resources to utilize its ability, and these cards are probably going to be prevalent in the Bloomburrow set, and people aren't focusing on it. And if you look at the price, it's like $1. So I think it's a very small risk relative to the gain, and I think something like this could have like 10 to 20x in its potential price spike relative to what are you really risking.
When you're looking at like, even if this is a 0 artifact instead of a land that just did the 2 mana effect, I would say forget it. But because it's a land that, like, all right, if it turns out to not be that effective, it was a land that came into play untapped. I know it's only colorless, but come on now, right? Unless you're really trying to play a whole bunch of 3-colored cards, it'll probably be useful on every turn independent of its thing. So I can see people go, all right, let's just go ahead and toss it or add and proliferate, things like this. And I got a way to just go ahead and get some counters on the board. You start using other effects, and it's cheap. So why not?
1 card to sell.
1 to get rid of. And our final talk today about dumb sets. So what is the card that you think everyone should start selling?
Well, there was recently a card that spiked in price because of speculation due to Assassin's Creed, which is one of the most atrocious sets that I've ever seen in my life. And that is Scarblade Elite. Yeah, if you look at the price of this card and how much it's spiked since the announcement, and the closer we get to the release of Assassin's Creed, how much it's crept up in price. And the card is trash. The set is trash. There is absolutely nothing good competitively in the set. If you can sell this card anywhere near what it's showing for its 1 printing price in Morningtide of $13.83, dump it like it's the worst ex-girlfriend that you've ever had in your life that banged your dad.
Please like and subscribe.
Or instead of liking, murder, death, kill, and subscribe. Either's good.
Magic.